Aloha, good morning Friday, and it's Caron Daves of Caron Realty International here. And today I'm very excited. We have Hannah Johnson with us, who's a personal chef, and we're going to tell you some exciting stories she's experienced. And just to give you a little bit about Hannah's background, she was a culinary apprentice graduate from the five-star, five-diamond Broadmoor Hotel in Colorado Springs, and very famous hotel. I think a lot of us have heard of the Broadmoor Hotel. And she had an appreciation of superior service standards and quality cuisine. She's worked in the corporate world and hospitality, but has expanded her business to provide the island of Oahu and surrounding community with customized private dining experiences within their own home. And she's very excited about what she does. She started off in Denver, and we're very happy to have her on Oahu. And I've actually experienced an event with Hannah, and she's amazing. And she just makes everyone feel so special. And we're just going to talk to her about how she got started and where she sees her industry going, and the different menus she's put out for clients before, just so you can get creative. And maybe you're thinking, the holidays are around us in a couple of months, and you might be thinking, hey, I need something special. I've got some special people coming into town. But I'll let you take that away, Hannah.
First of all, thank you for having me.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. Oh my God. This is just so like you. You always have these wonderful little surprises always. And that's what I adore about you. I really do. Thank you. Thank you.
You're welcome. No. So Caron has been a big part of my adjustment to Hawaii. I moved from Denver, was ready to get a break from the snow. So moved here, had a lot of family and friends here, but Caron has just been amazing to work with. Always a pleasure. Picking customized menus to fit her needs, to have, hosting parties or family events, whatever it may be. She's just been amazing, and she has a beautiful home as well.
Thank you. So, what sparked your love of food, do you think? Because you have to really love food. I mean, what you do, you work so hard, and you're amazingly tidy. It's embarrassing after you cook. After you go, how does she keep everything so together when she cooks? But what sparked your love of food?
So I grew up in a family of 8, so I was the oldest of 6 kids. And my mom will say that she is the reason I got into cooking, because she didn't like to cook. So I would get in the kitchen and put meals together for my siblings and myself, and I just started enjoying it. And then that's kind of a bond my dad and I had, because he loves to cook as well.
Isn't that
so?
That's where you find your path early. I love it.
So I feel like family is the reason I got into cooking, which is why I love cooking in home. I love the private sector of the culinary world, because it's just very personal, and I can see it through from the concept of the menu all the way to the client enjoying the food, and then I can get feedback.
Wonderful. And why don't you talk about the connection, the connection food does provide for family and friends, what you've seen, your experience with that?
So I feel like food is such a gateway. It allows people to come together. It's like a happy, connecting point. People can eat and mingle, drink, and it's just, I just feel like it brings people together. Most of the times, the memories that I have, like growing up, has always been around food, family meals, or like holidays, and like desserts, and going out.
Yes, and it's interesting you should say that. I think I was just reading the other day, just about food, and a lot of people I know are very busy, and they say, "Oh, I really don't have time to cook." And someone had mentioned that sometimes it is good to cook, because it really connects you and shows the love or connection you have with people.
It does,
and sometimes we underestimate how powerful that connection is through food, don't we?
It is.
No, very much so. And then, tell me about, your in-home private dining experience, dining services. You've probably done quite a few now, and I know you travel between Oahu and Denver, and you work for quite a few celebrities right now. And maybe you can give an example to our listeners today of something on a smaller scale to a larger scale you've done, just to get people's creative juices going.
Okay. So we can do all kinds of different types of cuisines, but I love the Hawaiian influence in my menus. I have more of a French and Italian background, but I love the cuisine here, so I've tried to fuse it. But anything from a small plated dinner for 6 in the home you know, you want to have a couple friends over. But I've also done a lot of heavy appetizer events. I have a lot of small bites. We do, you know, for corporate or just to get togethers where someone or weddings, anything like that. So you can kind of customize the bites. You can customize the plates to fit the style and the theme and the colors. So a lot of different styles of, you know, event production, but all the food is still like,
Yeah.
you know, bright and colorful, and then customized to taste as well.
And then, you know, for somebody getting started to have a private dining experience in their home, I'm sure they look for you to help guide them. So, you know, what are some of the questions you ask that help people decide what they want?
Right. So every time I work with my clients, I try to ask them like what they're looking for, if they have any dietary, you know, preferences as well, so we can make sure to accommodate those. And then we'll look if they're looking for family style dinner or maybe a plated dinner or just like a grazing board for the guests to mingle.
Yeah.
So we'll go over preferences, then we'll customize a menu to fit their needs, and then I'll shop, get ready, go to their kitchen, get everything, you know, prepared, cook, and then clean.
Well, what I love about your cleaning, it doesn't even look like you've been there, and the kitchen looks better after you've left than it was before you got there. And, you know, one of the other things I was very impressed is the help that you bring along. I mean, you've got some amazing people that help you serve the food, help wait on, you know, the guests. And you might want to talk about how you've come across having, or what your expectations of them are, because I've been very impressed by the help that you've brought along.
Thank you. So I definitely have high standards for who I want to bring with me. I have a lot of amazing people I've had the opportunity of meeting along the way. And when I see someone with like the talent and the eye for detail, I'm always more than happy to, you know, offer to bring them along on events, you know, client approved. But I've been very grateful that all the people I've worked with here have been quality.
Nice. And I just you know, one of the things you mentioned to me is one of the passions you have right now is doing the heavy appetizer events.
Yes.
And, you know, it's really again, people are really busy, and sometimes people don't have time to sit down for a full 4-course dinner. They don't want to eat that much. And I know this 2-hour windows, I've gone to quite a few functions lately where people are just doing a 2-hour window. And you know, maybe you can go over what you see with that market, you know, the heavy poo-poos within the 2 hours.
Right. Okay. Yes. So with holidays coming up, I think it's a really good way to host without it being a super long process, but it allows people to kind of mingle, and you get to try a lot of different bites instead of having like a couple different menu options for like a plated dinner. You can have 5 or 10 different little heavy poo-poo offerings, and then those can go with the drinks. You can pair them, and then it just allows people to mingle more and just move around the room and experience the event a little bit differently than sitting down and having a 2-3 hour dinner service.
Nice. Well, I look forward to experiencing one of those events.
Well,
is there anything else you want to share before we go to Marianne's photos we do every week, you know, to our audience today?
Okay. No, I just say if you're looking for someone to customize in-home culinary services, you know, feel free to reach out. I can always work with different preferences, and, you know, for holiday parties, if you want, you know, a heavy appetizer event, that's always a really fun way to go.
Nice. Well, thank you.
Thank you for having me.
Oh, you're so welcome. It's
Amazing.
Always a delight. And we're going to share the photos, and Marianne always brings these out every week for us. And as we know, on the 3rd Friday of August, we have the celebrating the anniversary of the state's admission to the Union. And of course, first picture, of course, is the unique celebrations and parades that occur down Kalakaua Avenue. I actually had a friend one time actually get on one of these horses and get dressed up. She loved it. And then the second picture is just the National Natural Landmark, the Diamond Head Crater. That's a beautiful photo that Marianne actually took.
Oh,
with
really?
The rainbow.
Wow.
Yeah, no, she does amazing work. That's we have many rainbows near our home, but I've never seen a rainbow in that position on Diamond Head, which is a treat. And then, of course, the home to the only palace in the United States, the Iolani Palace, which is absolutely stunning. Yes. And then we have, of course, our outrigger canoe surfing, the official state team sport that we all have enjoyed sometime in our life here. I know I did many years ago. Yeah, more of it. Anyway, thanks for being with us today. I look forward to seeing you do amazing functions for people out there. And we'll definitely put your details at the end today so people can reach out to you.
Thank you so much. Always a pleasure.
Thank you.